Hey guys, if you clicked on the thumbnail, then you know this video is about the wolf tooth dropper lever, or as some people call it, dropper remote. I'm going to talk about two things I like and one thing that I dislike. So let's get right into it. If this is your first time here, this is Uphill Will, and I am Will. We review bikes, bike components, and also some trail systems. Today, we're talking about the wolf tooth dropper lever, or dropper remote, as some people call it. We're going to talk about why that I installed it on this bike and how we got here in the first place. Quite simply, this is my wife's e-bike, and we're getting ready to sell it, and I wanted to make sure that all the things worked on it before I sold it to someone else, and I ran into a problem. The dropper post would come up on its own and not stay down. It was like it was snagged, so I automatically assumed that it was the cable and I needed a new one. So I pulled the dropper post out and noticed the cable was actually in a pinch and it was bent, so I replaced the housing and I replaced the cable, put everything back together. I tested the dropper outside of the bike and it worked just fine. So I knew at that point the problem was not the dropper, it was most definitely the cable. I got it all put back together, installed back on the stock dropper lever, put it all together, and had the same issue. So I was like, oh my gosh, I worked on it for a little bit and it turned out I had some slack in the cable. That's what gave me the idea to go with the wolf tooth. Even though I am selling this bike, I want to give someone something that's quality and not that crappy dropper lever that it comes with. And this wolf tooth, what I like about it is the feeling of the lever, number one. But number two, for a situation like this, because it has this bearing in it and it has this little bolt that you run the cable through, you cut off that barrel and then you can pull the tension through up here, and it takes all of the slack that's down here inside the bike, and that is very helpful, especially on e-bikes. So I don't like that bikes come with cheap dropper levers to start with. I would like to say I don't like something about this, but honestly, I like everything about the wolf tooth dropper lever. I have nothing bad to say about wolf tooth, but I do have something bad to say about a lot of the stock dropper levers that come on bikes. Now I understand this bike came as a very basic build. It has entry-level brakes, entry-level components all the way around, so not a big deal. But even some higher-end bikes come with pretty cheap dropper levers, and that sucks. Now, the great thing is these days a lot of bikes come with the wireless droppers, and then you get the pretty cool wireless dropper levers that work much better than this, and you don't even really have to fool with them much, and that's what I have on most of my other bikes. However, I want to keep the price down low on this in order to sell it, so I had to solve this problem, and lo and behold, the wolf tooth dropper lever solved the issue that I had. I was able to take that slack out of the cable, tighten everything up, and get it all the way that I wanted to without having to fool with it. I messed with that factory lever like for a good hour and never could get it straightened out, and I never could get the slack out of the cable because I tried to take it out down here, and that's just a pain in the butt. So especially with e-bikes where it's a pain in the butt to run the cables through the bike, it's just better, one, put a wireless if you're going to keep it. I'm not keeping this bike, otherwise I absolutely would just go ahead and switch to the new Access reverb and put it on here and make it simpler for my wife. But since we're not keeping it, I upgraded her to the wolf tooth dropper lever to make things simple from now on this dropper post. It's got a new cable, new housing, and this incredible wolf tooth dropper lever that works like a charm. Guys, if you stuck around this long, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and we're gonna continue to bring you valuable content. Anything that I review is gonna be honest. No one is paying me for any of these products. I bought this with my own money, and I actually paid full price for this one, and I'll tell you why. I want to give honest reviews, and the only way to give honest reviews is to not have someone paying me that tells me what I need to say or how I should say it. So I'm gonna always give you the truth. If you stuck around this long, don't forget to hit that like, don't forget to hit the subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.